I just leave. I go home. I go home to my life, and I take care of my cat and do all the stuff I'm supposed to do.
Imagine this. One day, you're sitting comfortably behind a TV desk, sipping tea, tossing jokes around. The next, you're boarding a private jet, running from the biggest lawsuit your show has ever faced. That's exactly what just happened to Whoopi Goldberg. Because Karoline Leavitt, she didn't just show up, smile politely, and leave quietly after her brutal segment on The View. Oh no, Karoline loaded a cannon and fired straight into the heart of daytime TV. And now, Whoopi's nowhere to be found. ABC's executives are sweating through their designer suits. And The View? It's looking more like a sinking ship than a show. So buckle up, because this story isn't just juicy, it's history making. Before we dive in, smash that like button to support real accountability, and make sure to subscribe for more wild showdowns like this one. Did you just subscribe? Perfect. Let's get into it.
Well, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
It was supposed to be just another interview. A quick headline grab. A little political theater for daytime TV. Nothing serious. Or at least, that's what The View thought. Karoline Leavitt, young, razor-sharp, and fearless, stepped onto the stage with her back straight, her chin high, and her facts locked and loaded. She wasn't nervous. She wasn't cocky. She was ready. But what she walked into wasn't a conversation. It was a setup. The second she sat down, the trap was already in motion. Joy Behar couldn't help herself. She cracked a rehearsed chuckle, tossing a cheap shot like candy. Trump probably thinks she's a 10. The audience giggled. The hosts smirked. They thought they were clever. Then Sunny Hostin leaned in, arms folded, smirk ready, and fired the next grenade. You're a product of white privilege. Like it was some kind of punchline. And just when you thought it couldn't get more smug, Whoopi Goldberg, the queen of daytime snark herself, delivered the final blow. She rolled her eyes, leaned into the mic, and spat the line that would soon be repeated in every courtroom on every news network. You didn't earn this. You're just a product of right-wing pity politics. Laughter, applause, camera flashes, crowd roaring. The producers smiled behind the scenes. The co-hosts thought they had won. They thought Karoline would fold right there on live TV. Cry maybe, storm off maybe, break down maybe, but Karoline? She did something nobody expected. She stayed calm. She smiled, cool, polite, measured. She stood up, and she walked off that stage like a storm was brewing behind her. No clapback, no tantrum, no viral meltdown, just silent nuclear level energy. Because Karoline wasn't interested in playing the victim. She wasn't there for sound bites. She wasn't about to give them the show they wanted. Instead, she made a phone call. Not to a publicist, not to a manager, not even to her fans. She called her lawyers, because Karoline Leavitt didn't come to argue. She came to change the game.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on look?
Weeks later, the world woke up to shockwaves bigger than anyone imagined. Every headline screamed the same thing. Karoline Leavitt sues The View for $800 million. Not $8 million, not $80 million, to $800 million. That's the kind of lawsuit that doesn't just shake a studio. It shakes an entire network. It shakes an entire industry. And Karoline wasn't bluffing. Her lawsuit wasn't messy. It wasn't petty. It wasn't emotional. It was surgical. Like a scalpel, precise, clean, devastating. And the evidence, absolutely brutal. Karolina's legal team came armed with receipts that would make any corporate executive sweat through their suit. Internal emails between producers scripting out the ambush. Slack messages from showrunners saying, let's poke her, make it trend. Teleprompter notes encouraging the panel to hit her hard. Off-air mic recordings of the co-hosts joking about going savage. This wasn't an accident. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was premeditated character assassination, caught, documented, and now legally weaponized.
Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
And Karoline? She wasn't asking for an apology. She was demanding something much bigger. Accountability. The days of smug laughter were over. Now, it was The View's turn to sweat. Behind the scenes at The View, the setup wasn't a coincidence. It was orchestrated, emails revealed cold strategy. Producers planned every attack like it was a chess match. One message laid it out. Open with Joy mocking her age. Sunny steers it toward race. Whoopi lands the kill shot. Make it trend. Another leaked note will throw a Trump reference. Wait for her to snap. Roll the cameras. Get that viral moment. This wasn't a slip-up. It wasn't improv. It was premeditated character assassination disguised as daytime TV. And when those emails surfaced, the world woke up. What viewers thought was off the cuff was actually a calculated takedown, scripted behind the scenes like a bad reality show. And Karoline Leavitt, she wasn't just another guest. She was the spark that set it all on fire. At first, Whoopi tried to laugh it off. On air, she waved it away with that trademark chuckle. It's just politics, baby, she smirked. But off camera? Total meltdown. ABC's legal team scrambled to contain the fallout. Producers scrambled like ants. Emergency PR teams sent frantic memos every hour. Crisis meetings, private Zoom calls, corporate lawyers ringing every phone. Advertisers started running. Sponsors hit the brakes. Viewer numbers plummeted. And Whoopi? She snapped at stagehands, snapped at writers, snapped at interns. Staffers whispered backstage. She's losing it. She's unraveling. Because this time, Whoopi wasn't the queen of the table. She wasn't in charge. She was the story. And the subpoena that arrived? It was the knockout blow. A demand to appear under oath. No more cute comebacks. No more mug-sipping monologues. Just brutal legal reality. And faced with the truth, Whoopi Goldberg vanished into thin air. One morning she's cracking jokes. By evening, gone. No goodbye. No hug. No chair left spinning. Just an empty spot at the table. ABC released a statement so dry it could catch fire. Whoopi Goldberg is taking a wellness break. Right. Because nothing says wellness like hopping a private jet 2 days before a court deposition. Flight trackers spotted it. A sleek private jet tied to a celebrity fixer took off from JFK Airport. Destination? Florence, Italy. Coincidence? No one believed it. Not inside ABC. Not in the courtroom. Not on Twitter. Producers leaked whispers. She needed air. Executives whispered louder. She's running and everybody knows it. By nightfall, the hashtags exploded. Where is Whoopi? The View Vanishing Act. Run Whoopi. TikTokers turned it into memes. YouTubers broke it down frame by frame. And even mainstream anchors raised eyebrows. Because if your star anchor flees the country right before court, it's not vacation. It's surrender. Meanwhile, in a packed courthouse, Karoline Leavitt arrived alone. No entourage, no cameras, no grand entrance. Just a navy blazer, a tight ponytail, and a binder thick with receipts. She walked in calm, sat down steady, and let the evidence speak. Fox News called it the calm before a media storm. MSNBC admitted she's not posturing, she's presenting. And across social media, Karoline became a movement. Supporters flooded the internet. She didn't fold, she flipped the whole system. Finally, someone fights the media bullies and wins. Hashtags exploded. Carolina wins. Led the View on trial for truth over takedowns. Former View guests, some liberal, some conservative, came forward too. It always felt like a setup. You weren't there for dialogue. You were bait. And Karoline? She stayed silent, letting the court and the chaos do the talking. Inside the View, panic. Joy Behar reportedly screamed at producers, "You're throwing us to the wolves." Sunny Hostin, the show's legal expert, hired her own lawyers. Set morale lower than ever. Executives held crisis Zoom meetings daily. Staffers scrambled for new jobs. Advertisers? Gone. One leaked memo read, "Prepare contingency plans. Prepare for cancellation." And if you think advertisers have short memories, guess again. Big brands yanked their contracts not just from The View, but from ABC's entire daytime lineup. The loss? Millions. Possibly billions. And The View? It's bleeding out faster than they can spin. Even if Whoopi somehow walks back into the studio, it doesn't matter. The legacy? Cracked. The brand? Tarnished. The audience? Gone. Karoline Leavitt didn't just survive. She redefined the fight. She showed the world. You can mock her. You can laugh at her. You can underestimate her, but you will respect her. And The View? It will never be the same again. Now it's your turn. Do you think Whoopi Goldberg ran because she knew the storm was coming? Should ABC finally cancel The View before the whole network sinks? Is Karoline Leavitt the biggest media slayer of the decade? Tell me in the comments. I'm reading every single one. And before you go, smash that like button if you believe in real accountability. Subscribe for more viral takedowns the media wishes you didn't see. Share this with someone who still thinks The View is just harmless TV. Because Karoline Leavitt didn't just show up, she took the whole house down. Stay tuned.